All right, hello. It is Saturday night. We are back. We're doing some more work on the Silver Bullet, giving away a master grade full armor Thunderbolt Verka and all that good stuff. So, should be a good stream tonight. Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. Hope you guys have a great day tomorrow. And let's jump into it. Real quick before I jump into the chat though and start saying hello. Two things. I'm a little sleep deprived the past few days. I think I haven't been sleeping very well. So anyway, number one, please do hit that like button. It helps more people see the stream. And ultimately that leads to bigger streams and maybe bigger prizes down the road for giveaways, which is always good. And I guess that's it. I don't have the discount anymore. So yeah, let's jump into it. I'll say hello to everybody in the chat, and then I'm going to get back to work on this Silver Bullet. What's up, Jake Lynn? Dylan Dull. Hello. Happy Saturday, everyone. Hope you all had a good week. Hope you did too, Dylan. Hey, Depeche, I have a photo shoot tonight, but good luck to everyone. Have fun with your photo shoot. Let me notice P Bandai had an MG Just a Cannon kit on pre-order. Yep, Just a Cannon was up. They put them up Thursday. I had a bunch of people let me know about it, so I got mine. Hopefully anybody else who was looking for those or any of the other cool P Bandai stuff that came around was able to get one. What's up, Robert Hanifer? Feel the power of the coin. Golden Striker, Kyle Dixon, what's up? Bone Daddy KW, my channel G115. Aspen Bithia, what's going on? Rob Rosencrans, how are you? Conic Riddler, how's it going? Brian Francis Menahan, what's up? Louis Wong, Ololan Sandslash, what's going on? Richard Medina, Dom the Creator, Dino, Now Gone, ISO 8911, what's up? A Random Hero, how's it going? Rick Enriquez, Joe, Rybers, Michael Foster, Didakar Prime, Kilo Delta. Don't know how fingers crossed that I win it, then I can finally get the shoulder connector piece I broke 3 weeks ago. Did you try reaching out to what was Bluefin, Bandai Namco Toys and Collectibles America now? It's a D-Stocks, Bobby Burley, what's up? Two Hands, Tim Mott, Tim's Odds and Ends. Louise Salento, Scott, what's going on? TJV, Searchlight, Jeff Roy, Joshua Icard, Julius Nunez, how's it going? Flintwood, yo, finally got a high new from you guys. Big shout out, nice. So Gunpla Type C, Sentinel, do you have any RG new Gundam restocks coming back in anytime soon? I think we have some on order. I'm not sure when they hit. The Viper 6, Phil, liking the new purple sticker, my last order, Nick, thumbs up. Cool, glad you liked it. James Harrington can finally sit through a stream tonight. Last like 4 I've had to work. I'm glad you have the night off. Okay, I gotta figure out where I was. I'm gonna be working on, I think, legs to start here. If I remember correctly, I did like the first step maybe on the lower, the first part of a certain step on the lower legs or something last time. Should make a bubble suit called a lycanthrope or something for the Silver Bolt to fight. And that's what Issa is referring to Doven Wolf. But I don't think they ever fought. We're on getting a high messer of the pre-ordering the RG God Gundam. I guess I should bust a kit out of the backlog and work on something. Sounds good. What's up, Dan Bowman? What's everybody up to anyway? What's everybody working on tonight? You guys are building maybe? Okay, C11. Let's do that. Getting any unicorns restocked soon. Off the top of my head, I'm not sure. We've got a ton of stuff coming, and there's been a lot of stuff shipping that is way overdue. So off the top of my head, I don't know. We'll hopefully get some soon though. I'm going to try to stick an LED in my Messer's mono eye. It would be my first stab at custom LEDs. That sounds cool. Finishing Moon and Sun working on Wing Zero. Nice, Robert. Wings of the Telgeese Flugel. Last part to finish up. Painting my Gundam ground type and Titans colors. Nice. I think that'd be a cool one for Titans colors. G, rework water slides for a Messer. Love how quickly they activate the slides so easy off the backing paper. 3. Fortunately it works, so no building kits for me, just listening in while walking the floor. Bandai released a state available for a while this time. Do you think they made more, or is demand slowing? I'm not sure, Kyle. I've got a few different theories. I'm not sure which one's the right one. I have a feeling with their relatively recent announcement that they were going to prohibit Japanese wholesalers from distributing to the US, that they might have redistributed how some stuff gets shipped, and maybe they distributed more to the US this time around. It could be a softening of demand, maybe. I'm really hoping that that's not the case. I know our demand and our sales have been up the past couple of months quite a bit because of all the inventory we're getting. So it's hard to tell if there's any sort of trend in that in any way other than up, just given our current circumstances. So hard to say. At the Origins Shirazaka 2 from Hobby Lobby at 40% of what I was talking about last week. I said the MG Goof 2.0 Mecha Warehouse had, and I'm so stoked. I've been wanting that kit for almost a year. Cool, it's a good kit. Working on RG Ava, but gotta get my RC car ready for tomorrow. So Nick did a little airbrushing and custom paint today, ready for the stream. Nice. Big Bandai put limits on buying kits. That has helped stuff not sell out the instant it gets released. That definitely helps too. When you no longer have, if they're trying to discourage and make it more challenging for scalpers to buy up a ton of something. That definitely helps. Working with RX-78 3.0, nice. What's up, Steve Hummel? And the others, the Bungle kit, cool. Working Gundam Ground Urban Combat type from the Battle Block series, nice. Any idea if you'll be able to get more of the MG Blue Frame second L? Off the top of my head, no. I don't know when the next time it'll be available is. But I'm pretty sure we'll be able to get it at some point because it will show up on an order form. I need to be able to look at a bunch of our records to see if it's on order currently, to be able to tell you if we'll get it anytime soon. We tried the Gun Primer Razor at all. I have not yet. I need to though. New word on perfect grade reprints, restocks. We've got a few on order. I think the was it the Unicorn, the PG Unleashed, and I think the Wing Custom are all on order and either due or overdue. Your favorite perfect grade? I've only built one. It was the GP01, and it was a solid kit. Nick, what's up, Burfig? Life is good. I think there was a sit rep on the Shenlong. The which Shenlong? The high grade that's coming out, or a different one? You get your MG just a cannon, Nick. I did, Gojira, thanks. A lot of people DM'd or emailed me when word got out that they were going to go live Thursday. Yes, the HG. The only, I don't think I have any new news on that. They definitely haven't shipped yet as far as I'm aware. So it's just a matter of waiting. Okay, D6 and 7. I'm just gonna start looking into kits I'd want for a kit bash. Cool. With the RG Fukuoka Gundam, as soon as the drop went live, now I can display it next to my RG New and RG Hanyu. Nice. Oh, and there's recent restocks. Can't wait for all the MGs and the reprint confirmations list to arrive. There's a lot of good stuff coming. A ton of good stuff coming. It's gonna be great. News on a Messer restock. I know we've got a bunch on order. We should be getting a really large shipment, significantly larger than the shipment we got like a month or two ago. And yes, Ravage is the silver bullet still. Working on the legs now, so legs, hips, and the wing binders, and we should be done. So hopefully this week or next week. Apparently this kit is more complicated than I thought. Where I'm getting slower or something. I just want to get 2 more RG New Gundams so I can have a normal one because I currently have a clear color version. And the second one with the HWS system. Nice. Started the hobby in quarantine, so seeing all these older kits restock is really cool for me. I'm starting to see stuff that I remember having in the early Attic days and haven't seen since, and that's kind of cool. I think I'm super excited for the PGU and the Psycho Zaku Thunderbolt restock. Those are both going to be really popular restocks. Peach is awesome. Built it during holiday last year. Nice. So Silver Bullet, I have one of these in my backlog. Now I have an idea what I'm getting into. It's a pretty good kit. Almost ordered the new FF, but I don't want to build another RG New. I've already built 3 of them. I would love it if I could just get the long range funnels separately. That'd be pretty cool. Lots of those clear P-Bandai kits currently in pre-order. They have piqued my interest, but I don't know if the clear holds up or makes it harder to build. I have not built any clear kits. I've only built, kits that have clear parts. It's not really something I'm into, but I don't know, maybe somebody in the chat has some experience with it. He plans to stock AOK Silver Oaks paint. So I plan on looking into a lot of tools, paints, and other supplies once we finish the move and have the space to put it. Space has been our biggest limiting factor on a lot of stuff. We're super close to getting a lease signed, which means we're hopefully only a few weeks away from a move. And once we get settled in the new place, we can start looking at trying to get, there's a bunch of other paint lines that we want to carry, a bunch of other types of supplies and tools and stuff, and that will all hopefully be on the radar for the near future. Moving sale. No moving sale. Absolutely not. And the reason is super simple. We can't keep up with packing as it is right now with only one packing station. So we could not pack stuff fast enough if we were to put stuff on sale, and it would actually increase time we're in the warehouse without helping us, if that makes sense. And with margins being not as good as they once were, doing like a fire sale kind of thing just wouldn't work very well. Nick confirmed if you got just a can this time around. I did confirm it. So the most difficult or finicky products to stock in the warehouse. I'm assuming it's the fragile stuff like glass paint jars or small missed detail pieces. I don't know. I guess it's some of the smaller stuff can be a pain. But really, I don't think there's anything in particular that's most challenging. Yeah, no worries, Eli. I've been getting that question a lot. We did a big moving sale last time, but things were kind of different than, it was just Kate and I, and we've got more resources for the move this time, so it's going to be easier to move stuff than to try to sell it on sale to get it out the door. Because we're barely able to be caught up sometimes from a Friday restock back to the next restock. We're going to have a lot more capacity to ship stuff with the new warehouse and being able to run 2 or maybe even 3 packing stations when we're at capacity. So I'm really looking forward to that. Why is there so many runners for the red Freeman version? I don't know, it's a pretty complex kit, I think. Do you use any special metrics to optimize design, how to lay out your new warehouse? We haven't. I think there are obviously like best practices, like you want to put the most commonly shipped stuff and the easiest reach and all that kind of stuff. The problem is that the amount of effort that goes into that level of planning and collection of metrics is a pretty large amount of overhead for our size, and I think it would cost us more to optimize that than to just do whatever makes sense, like gut feel in the moment. Mix of pride and shame looking at my account in the Mecha Warehouse site. My first order was a system base and an MG Heavy Arms EW. Great place to start, Dylan. So, do you want to be a perfect grade Unleashed? I want a perfect grade Heavy Arms would be really cool. Any word on the Metal Gear Rex yet? I haven't seen them ship yet. Obviously, a few places have gotten them. I think those places might be getting them from a different distributor that might be a little faster than the one we're using. But I'd expect ours should show up within the next few weeks. What suit would you want to be? Nope, I already read that one. Nick, what was your first kit you built? I think it was the RX-78 Revive, the HG. I'm working on painting a new kit this week. I'm tempted to name it after Nick because I'm kit bashing Heavy Arms parts in. Get new PGU would be awesome, but funnels on a PG size might be wonky. Yeah, it'd probably be a large PG as well. Speaking of Heavy Arms, any word on EW Heavy Arms Custom getting reprinted? That was a P Bandai release, And I think they printed it, was it early this year or late last year? The regular one should be coming around soon, I think, but the custom was P Bandai. Which means I wouldn't expect to see the custom for a little while. PG Wing Gundam 0 would be extremely cool, especially seeing how they would handle the wings. It probably does need a new, like an update anyway. Custom was reprinted within the last couple months. Never Sand, but I'm pretty new. What ones do you recommend? So I've been using 3M for the longest time just because I bought a ton of it when I first got into the hobby. The disc-based sanding sponges I've heard well recommended that we carry, and I don't know, there's a lot of options out there though. PG of Sasbi or Sinju. That would be cool. I don't think they've done a single PG kit that's been like not the hero suit or whatever. So I don't know if they would break that rule or not. I guess it might not be an actual rule, but it seems kind of like it is. PG Zaku. I could see them doing... Oh, that's true. They did do Zaku. I could see the most likely PGU seems like it would probably be a Zaku, and then the Char Zaku would follow soon after, or vice versa, because it would be basically the same mold. Last Heavy Arms Custom P Bandai print was in late February, early March, so probably next reprint point January, March timeframe 2023. Yeah, I don't know what the cycle times are for those, but probably be a little bit. The gas chair is not a villain. True, true. What's up, Gam? Yeah, sorry I'm late. What did I miss? What's up, Benedito? Not that much. We're probably gonna do that first draw soon. See an announcement on the Discord. What is PGU restocking? Hopefully relatively soon, but I don't have a ship date yet, so it could be any time in the next couple weeks to the next 12 months, because there have been things that have been way late in the last year. Right now it seems like they're shipping us a combination of things that were due in like October last year, ranging to things that are like June production items this year. So Universe Striker for Eclipse Gundam is only P Bandai thing? I think so. shipments are so scattered. I think it just has to do with production cycles. Some things get delayed on the production line. How much is the RG Gale Guy going to retail for? Well, I think we have the pre-order up for that yet? Or is that must be the next cycle. So I don't recall off the top of my head. I think the Gundam Fighters may be coming in August, or will it be maybe later? What do you mean Gundam Fighters? Not for nothing, I ordered from another Gundam store in the US. They're the worst. I will never order from them again. I made the biggest mistake of my life not ordering from you guys again. It's the heat of the moment. Whoops. Lesson learned, I guess. PGG would need its own bedroom. Oh, Dragon Gundam, Master Gundam, MG Master Gundam, those units. So the G Gundam stuff. I think they were like, was it June production month, I think? So they could be any day now, or they could be a while. Same on you. Never had a good experience from them. Of course, it's been the fastest ship my orders out of everyone. Tried buying from Hobby Link. They back ordered my Eclipse for a whole year, and I ended up getting mine from your store. You got to watch out for back orders. There's not a lot of confirmation. Like, back orders can be hit or miss. That's why we don't offer a back order option, because so many items can get delayed or canceled for that matter, and it's a lot of logistics to keep on top of all that stuff. So we don't want to be in a position where we're pulling the rug out from underneath people. Any idea when you'll be getting the Metal Gear Rex model? Should be soon. If other stores are getting it, that means we're usually a few weeks behind if maybe they were going direct to Kodo. So hopefully relatively soon. See the G-Witch images, the suits are growing on me. There's some cool designs there. I really like the SD one that they've announced. I forget what the mobile suit was called, but the SD design was really cool. Really good. I'm assuming they're just swamped with orders still. I've just stopped ordering from them altogether, even if I have empathy for them. Empathy is one thing. If you have issues for a continued period of time, though, that's an indication of something, right? At some point, you should look to resolve those kinds of issues. If something, you get a tough month or two, that's one thing. But if you're constantly behind for ages, for example, that's a good indication that you need more help, you need to hire people, you need to figure out a better system, whatever it is. How 10 out of a few PG unicorns, my wife would have killed me if I had brought one home. You know, G, which is good, or at least enjoyable. That'd be great. Okay, gotta figure out this first draw. Like I said earlier in the stream, we're giving away a Full Armor Gundam, Thunderbolt version, Vert Ka. So if you've never done this before, I'm going to ask for a number range, or I'm going to put out a number range. I'm going to ask for a number in that range and an answer to a question. And You need both in that post and all that stuff. So this time, since everybody's asking me about the Jesta, I managed to secure my Master Grade Jesta, which was my Grail kit. What is your Grail kit? What's that one kit you're trying to find that you haven't been able to get? We've got a really good number of people in here and a really good prize. So we're going to start with a really large number range, and we'll shrink that if the prize doesn't get 1. So let's do a number from 1 to 1,500, and what is your Grail kit? 1 to 1,500, what is your Grail kit? 1 number per person. Do not delete or change your number. And remember, we only ship to U.S. addresses. We'll draw in a moment. And yeah, so 20 orders. There's no moment after release date, even though other distributors had the items. Yeah, so that's one of the other things that we're really careful on. We only offer pre-orders, for example, after we get confirmations. That's why our pre-orders go up months, many months sometimes, after everyone else posts their pre-orders. Okay, D12. Because we won't post a pre-order unless we know we can fulfill it. And especially with the current state of things, you often don't get what you actually ask for our orders with our suppliers. Some good stuff in there. Already 100 Zaku 2FC. Yeah, we haven't had those since like the Attic days. I already have MG Infinite Justice. Need to find the next. Yeah, I gotta put some serious work into figuring out what my new Grail kit is. There's not many I want right now that I don't already have. MG Nemo, nice. Do you like grunt kits more than main Gundam kits? It depends. I definitely like grunts. I'm a big grunt fan, but doesn't necessarily have to be a grunt. There's definitely heroes I like too. But having a lot of good kits, I'm sure there's always. I'm gonna go back after this and look through all these. MG Nemo sounds like a good one. I like gyms, so the Nemo is basically a fancy gym design. That's pretty cool. MG Dom. Well, the MG Dom is still available. I think we still got some in stock. I have a big Dom problem too. I ended up adding the Dom and Rick Dom to my backlog last week. I held out for a little while. Then we still had some on the shelf, so I grabbed one of each. Still want to order an MG Virtue, just scared to spend that much money right now. I hear you there. MG Nemo on order, by the way. I want to pick up another one. I think it is. I don't know if we've got confirmations yet. What is the question? The question is, what is your Grail kit? Okay, the 10 and 11 for the other side. If I don't work near Gunpla, I'd be even more in poverty. restocking Sosby's did roughly a year ago. It's hilariously massive. Took a long time before they sold out again. Yeah, we actually received Sotheby's like 2 or 3 times since then as well. And a lot of kits that we're receiving now, we're receiving in those kinds of quantities, which is why we're able to keep some of these master grades in stock, for example, for more than, you know, a day. In some cases, like weeks or months, which is cool. So it's a giveaway, a full armor Gundam, the Thunderbolt version, the Verka. We got this red frame inversion of HD Virtue. My Gulp starts to tackle my MG Double Riser. Getting any more of the HG Zaku half cannon. I don't know if we have any more on order right now, but we will definitely get more if they become available again. Call time in just one more moment. I'll probably finish sanding and put these 2 pieces on, and then I'll call time and draw our winning numbers. Or at least our first attempt at drawing a winning number. Not Gunpla related, but do they still make PG Millennium Falcons? And if so, would you stock them? I definitely would stock them if they go on an order form again. I haven't seen them, but I'm sure it'll get a reprint at some point. So Nick and Mecha Fam just jumped on, didn't know the range of the question, so I winged it. Nice J Punisher. I think you're within the range, and I think it all makes sense. Start masking a piece and just stop and realize you have no clue how to mask the damned area. There's some hard things to mask. You guys carried the Metal Gear Rex in the past. We have not had it in the past, Jake, but we do have them up on pre-order. We expect them relatively soon. But I haven't gotten a shipping confirmation yet, so I can't say with any certainty yet when it will be here. It'll be the first time we've had it. Well, the music of the stream is giving me some old school RuneScape vibes. Is demand keeping up with supply now in 2022, or is it starting to be more supply now than there is demand nowadays, seeing as how things aren't selling out in minutes? So Archangel, I can't tell you global to the hobby. Our supply has dramatically increased, and the reason for that is twofold. One is recently we've received a lot of stuff for multiple quarters worth of orders all at once. For whatever reason, they caught up on some items that they were delinquent on shipping to us, and that caused a huge influx of inventory. And they're starting to ship our much newer orders, which are dramatically bigger than our old orders, because having things sell out in minutes means we've got a problem, and we're trying to fix that. So we've received a ton more of a lot of items, which means that we have stuff in stock longer, but I don't have a good comparison point because things selling out in a couple of minutes, we don't really know what they would have done if we had a good number back then. So as far as I know, everything's holding up. I'm hoping it continues that way, especially knowing that we're moving into this much bigger warehouse with a much larger rent check going out every month and all that kind of stuff, and some of our plans for hiring in the near future. It would be a shame if things drop down, but I suspect if we do see any sort of decrease in demand, we'll hopefully make up for it and more with our marketing. Nick, have you liked a kid that a lot of other people have problems with? Trying to think. I don't recall. Having a kit that I really liked that other people were complaining about, but Genius over here. Unplug router, wait a few minutes, unplug back and internet restart. What are you building? Orlando, I'm working on the HG Silver Bullet. A lot of questions about Rex is going to have Nick saying milk here. Are the Mark II Ghosts being stocked soon? I'm seeing places like Gun Play Store. A few others beginning to get them in. I have a pre-order. I think they're on the way. Where they went up already. I want to say I've seen them on something shipping soon, maybe. Do I try to work? Of course, I live in New Hampshire and fairly new to Gunpla. Sorry if this is asked a lot, but buddy got me into it through IBO. Do you have any clue if you'll be getting in any of the IBO kits you've sold out currently? We've definitely have IBO stuff coming in the near future. I try not to answer or go off and actually look up all these answers most of the time on here, just because if I start doing that, then I'll spend the whole stream just looking up answers to those kind of questions. We do have a lot of the information on the Discord. We've got our confirmations up. We post what's coming and what's been shipped and stuff like that. And if you contact support, we can always try looking things up for you. Okay. Okay. So we got a number between 1 and 1500. Let's hit that button and draw. And we get 227. I don't see any, but if anyone wants to check and double check that if we've got a 227 in the mix there, I don't think we do, so we'll draw again, but I'll let you guys double check for me. You have a bunch coming. I'm sure we've got a bunch coming. I just don't know when exactly off the top of my head. Oh, I see. For a second there, I thought the manual was wrong based on the way that this extra little nub here, but that's for like the side skirt. It's an interesting hip piece here. Ordered many things, but never see the Discord link. How do I get it? If you've ordered, generally you get an email invite emailed to you after your first purchase. If for some reason you didn't get it, maybe you had marketing emails turned off or something when you checked out or something like that, then you can email support@mechawarehouse.com. Basically, people are answering in the chat already, I think. And we can get you a link. Okay, D13. Could also be in spam. I'm sure a lot of them go to spam filters just because of the nature of emails sent from inboxes that go to lots of places. I'm really cathartic about panel lining. Panel lining is good stuff. I thought it was public. I've ordered once anyways. Yeah, it's not publicly distributed. You're supposed to be a customer to gain access, like any of the perks, like the things and dents and stuff, if you win it and we can't point to an order that you've already placed, then you didn't win. Any tips on adhesive that doesn't whiten parts, especially for clear parts? I think Disbay makes a CA glue specifically for that purpose, I want to say. I'm sure there's probably other manufacturers that make non-whitening glues as well. First trying panel lining tonight would have gone a lot better if I didn't screw up on scribing. Didn't expect the scratches to also soak. Yes, the scratches sanding will definitely absorb the material. If you sand over it lightly, sometimes you can get that stuff off. You feel about those runner holders worth using, or is there a solution you like better? I use them. They work well enough for me, especially for smaller runners. If you got really big runners, they don't support them as well. I'm sure there's other great options, but I've had okay luck with them. A bigger static base might be better, especially for big runners, but the ability to reorganize them easily is kind of nice, and the fact that they pack down really easily be great for like on the go. Nick, if you have built an RG Ava yet, I highly recommend it. They're different, really nice. I was never really into Avas, so it hasn't been a priority. One of these days I might have to anyway, though. Too many kits to buy, not enough money. The age-old problem. Is the account creation web store new? Just noticed it right now. Yes, we added that on, I think it was Thursday. Eyeshadow palette holder. A lot of those work out for big runners. Interesting. How do the drawings work? Is it just re-rolled until the exact number is hit, or is it going to closest number picked? I did 206 earlier. It's exact only. And that lets us roll until we get a winner. We'll decrease that number range with each subsequent roll just to try to each draw just to increase the chances somebody wins. It's the largest kit you've built, Nick, and anyone else? I think physically largest has to be that, oh, it's a tough question. I don't have my mega size here. It's probably the mega size in terms of like height. Most parts was the GPO1, that PG I built. Which I've heard since building it that it's the kit with the largest number of parts ever made from Bandai, or at least for a Gundam kit. EXS. The EXS is a big complicated kit too. Here a few weeks ago when he got hit on the second roll but didn't answer the question in the same line. It was a sad night. It was a sad night. Definitely make sure you answer the question and pick the number, because they need to both be in there for it to count. Your answer to your question can be totally invalid or weird, but it has to be answered. Just these last two parts, and the legs are done, I think. And the hips. Those will hopefully be pretty quick. If you had a chance to use a gun primer glazer kit, I have not yet. It looks interesting. They sent us a couple extras, I think, so we could give it a try ourselves, which was nice of them. But I have not had a chance yet. I've been so busy with warehouse stuff that doing anything other than trying to keep the business going has been tough right now. I guess kid's probably RG new so far. Nice. We're live 10 discount. Yeah, we had to discontinue the discount codes like a month back maybe. One of the recent weekly updates explains it in depth, the reason, but the short answer is the volume discount with Bandai went away, so our margins decreased a bit, and with increasing costs and everything else, we dropped discount codes in general rather than have to play with our pricing, because our base prices are way better than pretty much everybody's on most things. So I'd rather just give everybody our best price up front than reward people for having a discount code or something. If MG Gelgoog 2.0 is in stock, is it going to be one per person? It really depends on how many we receive. If we limit to one per person, it's usually because we didn't get very many of them, and we think it's going to go pretty fast. Still a great price, especially since without task. Yeah, we have no sales tax because New Hampshire has no sales tax. And what was I going to say? We also, when we dropped the discount codes, we decreased our shipping to make it essentially flat rate. So at least for continental U.S. customers. So there's some more savings there as well. Or just as far as pieces and complexity, is the Zoid's Blade Liger AB. That is definitely a complex kit. Could you use a gun primer glazer on a stream, kill two birds with one stone? Maybe. I need a kit that I really want to use it on. I got to figure out what I'd use it on, and I'm not sure. I got to look at the ventilation requirements to make sure I could do it on stream safely, because I'm pretty sure it's something you don't want to breathe in. It's like a silicone-based spray. Watch your video on why you shouldn't overpay for gunpowder. It really makes me appreciate the prices are fair. There's one in HG Gym, but they're always overpriced or out of stock. I think the Gym Striker's coming in stock in the next week or so, maybe. I think we just posted that in incoming. Use metallic paint markers in any of your kits. Which do you recommend? I've used some of the Gundam ones on specifically the barrels of my master grade heavy arms, and they work out pretty well. I know some people really love the display markers too. The permanent laser solution is apparently non-toxic, water-based. I'm pretty sure there's warnings about like not inhaling it though, or not consuming it. I have to double check, but I want to say I saw some sort of warning on there. What's up, Farless Barkley? Okay, F13 PC1. Cost of shipping going up on your end because of fuel prices? I think so. It's not super easy to see because every shipment's a little bit different. But I have noticed a few increases in costs here and there. It's definitely not getting cheaper. bought an HG gym from our local store. That's the first kit I paint. The bluish white is just a weird looking. May give it a tiger stripe camel look cool. So if they don't win the giveaway, I'll try to buy the Full Armor kit. It's literally my favorite Gundam. The only reason I didn't buy it because of scalping. Yeah, we got a bunch of them in yesterday. It's a good time to grab one. You know, in case you have to raise price of shipping later, that would be the cause. Yeah, I mean, if we ever increase the price of shipping, we'll definitely explain what's going on with that. It becomes a study on whether it makes more sense to raise kit prices and keep shipping where it is, or do you just raise the shipping charge itself and all that kind of stuff. Gun Primer Glazer, but I haven't used it yet. Definitely will leave a review once I test it out. Once it finishes up cool. Chance in the near future to be getting the EXS Gundam back in stock. There's always a chance. I don't remember. I think it was on an order form, but I don't know if it's been confirmed yet. Talk about microplastic things we can imagine. They looked into a gun builder's lungs for microplastics. What exactly is the Glazer for? The gun primer site is being weird. So the Glazer is like it's not really a top coat, it's like a cleaning solution almost. It's supposed to kind of brighten up your kit. Some of the example pictures, it looks like it kind of restores a bit of something to them, protects them a little bit, but it's not like a top coat per se. It's the kind of thing that you'd put on, you know, maybe every year or every 6 months or something to help protect your collection. Say from marketing and sales standpoint, raising shipping would seem to make more sense. People would visually buy off the price of the kit as advertised, and the shipping is seen after. That's true, but I think people also, like, I don't know. Like, it really depends on the actual cost of the shipping itself, because that scales up the more stuff you buy. So it's we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Created my account recently, think about my order history, but it's empty, but that wasn't right to me because I had the Mecha Warehouse sticker, but I remembered it was a gift from a friend. Oh, that could be. If you used a different email, then they won't show up either. It's like glaze for donuts. It's delicious. I definitely don't recommend consuming it. It's like I don't recommend drinking paint. Right, there's a lot of paper trail. You drink mayonnaise? I think so, but it might be considered a feat of strength. Maybe making an account was not the best idea for me. I spent a lot. I was trying to protect you all. Everybody kept demanding it, so it's not my fault. Spent all this time sanding this part. It's probably not going to show. I'm like a little bit cautious about that because there's some parts that I didn't paint on the R35 Dom I've been working on that ended up showing through a little bit from certain angles, and I wish I had at least primed them. history of the Mecha Warehouse Monkey's Paw unit shows giveaways 1, 2. That's pretty cool. Yeah, if we shipped it with your email address, it'll show up. Hey, the Santa is what we're here for. Get back from eating. Did someone win the giveaway? Not yet. We're going to do the second draw here in a second. I've been working on any other kits off stream. I've been painting the Dom R35 as well as trying to hand paint my artifact Rick Diaz that I built on stream a while back. Okay, so let's do our second draw here. So let's see, what's the question this time? Shopify plugs in all my info, keeps me updated on shipping, etc. Yeah, that's definitely an option too. Let's see. I need more questions here. Actually, how about this? I'll ask this question and then it will spur the conversation instead of the conversation spurring the question. So let's put a number between 1 and 750. And what's the worst, the worst fast food, specifically Taco Bell, if you've got a Taco Bell story about, but your worst fast food mishap, like they mixed up your order in the worst possible way, because I got a story. So 1 to 750. Remember, 1 number per person. Do not delete or change your number. We only ship to US addresses, and be sure you have that number and an answer to the question. If it's just a number or just a question, it's not going to work. So 1 to 750, biggest fast food mishap. Just going for fast food is a mishap. I meant kind of like what it was, but that's okay. Salty AF fries, I couldn't even eat them. Taco exploded, no fries, I got the order wrong. Only lettuce in the taco, that's pretty good. Raw chicken, ooh. Someone else's order. Used to be on a run, yuck. Food poisoning. Someone else's order, cold burger. Burger was missing the patty, wow. This is interesting stuff here. Forgot son's order, ouch. Must get my order wrong everywhere I go. Bag broken, car came with a new cup, but became the new cup that the chili came in, yuck. It's traumatic. Yeah, those kind of stomach bugs and stuff are no good. No good at all. A burger from Whataburger once, an expiration date was on top of my burger bun. It's out of date by 2 months, yuck. Burger with no patty, but 300 times more sauce. They think they were going to make up for the sauce. So my story here. So you guys know Taco Bell's like my guilty pleasure of the weekends. Usually I'll stop on the way home from training, like Sunday, grab some stuff. And last week, I texted Kate and said, "Hey, I'm on the way home. I was planning on stopping at Taco Bell, and then yada, 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 what else I had to do after I got home. And she said, oh, hey, can you pick up a couple of crunch wraps for me and the boys? Sure. So ordered them a couple of crunch wraps. Crunch wraps, one of my go-to items too, so I had one too. We get home, and one of the crunch wraps, and of course it wasn't the one that I opened up and ate, so I didn't know about it till I got home. I don't know what they were thinking. It was probably like an employee like making their own lunch or something. You know, crunch wrap's supposed to be beef and like the hard taco shell thing in the middle, to give it that crunch, lettuce, tomato, the cheese, whatever, sour cream, I think. And this one had like black beans and looked almost like it was guac, but I think it was just like melted lettuce. And I don't know what else. It was the nastiest looking thing I'd ever seen. And I have no idea how it came into existence. Because if somebody was creating that to be their own lunch, then that person is wrong. And it was very disappointing. Very, very disappointing. Melted lettuce, how does that happen? I don't know. It was green. I didn't taste it. It looked almost like guac, like smeared thinly, but it might have been lettuce for all I know. Like it was weird. But I got the vegetarian black bean crunch wrap. Oh, that's a recipe thing? Do a black bean crunch wrap on the menu, but it still sounded like it was like overcooked. There was like no crunch left in it. It was just very, very weird. Pretty old wilted lettuce could be. Gross guac has lettuce in it, if I recall. Talked about yesterday. I ordered chicken chipotle burritos and 2 of the beefy burritos. I got 4 burritos. The contents of both chicken chipotle and beefy crunch burrito. Interesting. First, when you get the Taco Bell box, the box opens on the bottom while you're carrying the tacos. That's a bummer. It was very disappointing. I'm not sure what to do. My only attempt at saying something was adding Taco Bell on Twitter, but they, I don't think, responded, so I'm not sure what to do. If I go back tomorrow, I'll probably mention something. This is music from a game. It's pretty good. It might be based on something from a game. We're listening to Pretzel Rocks, and there's a bunch. We're on like the Epic station, but a lot of the music on Pretzel Rocks is video game inspired. I'm gonna draw this number soon. Taco Bell's online customer service sucks. Yeah, I haven't tried contacting their actual customer service yet. I'm hoping if I mention something to the person there, I'm pretty sure it's the usual person working the drive-through window. I think she recognizes my voice when I come through because I'm there pretty much weekly. Her Twitter DM. Okay, I could try that. I'm going to try mentioning something when I get there because I think they'll believe me. By now, Nick's Taco Bell guy's probably asked the usual when he stops by. Well, I get to the drive-through window, and I think by the time I get through most of my order, they realize who it is. Taco Bell by my house to get a bean burrito supreme, and the person taking the order tried to make it bean burrito, add sour cream, lettuce, and tomato. I think 2 terrible crunch wraps for the price of 1. Better off complaining the company, not the store. Is that? What's the reason behind that? I just don't know. I don't usually complain very often. Next question should be about any great fast food experiences. That would be good. A good follow up. We have a better experience talking to them than me and my wife had with our local Domino's earlier this week. Worst customer service experience I've had in a long time. You file a complaint online, they have to create a ticket and follow up until it's resolved. That's true. I was hoping that just by doing it in person, that they'd just be like, oh, okay, here's a gift card or coupon or something. I could just resolve it right then and there, but maybe they can't without like a manager or something. So maybe online's the way to go. In stores limited staff and or manager's discretion. I think the Mega Man came in nice. All right. We'll call time. We'll draw this number. I think I oversanded this part a little bit, but I can't tell. Okay, 1 to 750, drawing now, number 400. 400 even. So let me know if we have any winners and I'll confirm, otherwise we'll draw again. Did mouse, no idea where the other half was, under the counter burger. Yuck. Thankfully this is going to be down in a hard to see area perhaps. Steve Hummel with 400, nice. Okay, let's get that confirmed. All right, congratulations, Steve Hummel. You can send an email to support@mechawarehouse.com with your info, and we'll send that out this coming week. Worked with some people who eat a disgusting amount of fast food and wants to watch a guy eat 2 donuts and a Cinnabon for dinner. That's a rough dinner. Maybe a breakfast or a snack. And throw something up for the next draw, some Mecha Warehouse merch maybe. For a bonus prize. Everybody else go through a phase where they eat too much junk and their body starts telling them to eat healthier. And you start craving like healthy food a little bit, or at least not just processed sugar. Or is that just me? I feel like I've been in that state. I think I've been eating more junk lately than I should. Speaking of Mecha Warehouse merch, the snapback caps are awesome. Well, it's awesome to hear, Dylan. Which color did you get? At least twice a year. Needs protein, put a sausage patty in the donuts. Nope, I'm gonna allow myself to eat junk food on Friday. Every now and then the body is just eat a vegetable, please. Eating Taco Bell, hell, Mexican pizzas for 3 days straight. Jeez. Black and gray one, nice. All Mexican pizza all the time. Eating too much of it just reminds me, I think I've talked about this like 4 other times on the stream, was it Brian Shaw? World's Strongest Man competitor or whatever. That one time ate the entire Taco Bell menu in one sitting. I went to New Orleans for Mardi Gras, all I had was fried food and booze for like 5 days straight. My body was aching for nutrition. Never crave healthy food, but my belly looks like I'm 8 months pregnant. There might be a correlation. Like I get one of my coworkers eats junk food, fast food like that every day. It's McDonald's, BK, KFC, etc. I usually bring lunch from home or just snacks and food from the breakfast spot next door. I would say craving healthy food, but more like feeling the shame associated with jamming unhealthy processed garbage into my body. Sugar is a vegetable. I try not to eat fast food more than like once a week. Like my guilty pleasure day, like I guess I'll go to Dunkin' Donuts or something in the morning if I need something. If I don't have another option, but I try not to eat fast food frequently. If I don't bring my lunch right now, there's a pizza place like across the parking lot from where we're at currently. So I'll grab a sub or something. But try not to do that very frequently if I can avoid it. I used to work with a guy who was legit 500 pounds and his breakfast consisted of a giant sandwich and chicken nuggets every single day. Wow. I'm down 32 pounds in about 3 months. Meal prep is the way to go for me. Nice. Congrats on that. That's a good thing, I think. Okay, so I'm on PC5. Expensive right now. I just smoke crack. That goes there. The subscription helps without having to shop and its health proportions. The skinny people who see within miles of my house smell meth. Or stop eating fast food for the past year. Save before the folks bring some home along with only water for drinks and going for walks. I lost a bit of weight. Soda, replacing soda and sugary drinks with water is a great way to cut calories really easily. I'm starting to eat. It's tiring, but I like eating good shit. My fast food guilty pleasure is Burger King. We only get fast food once a week. All right, so C7 and E11. So what I'm hearing is we can get everybody to be healthier if we change the dollar totals on your account system to tell you how many pounds you've lost. Grew up in a household with heart disease in the family. Fast food was never really a thing for us. It's more of once in 6 months type of thing for me. It's a good habit. The more of this kit you build, the more it's growing on me. Yeah, it's a pretty cool kit. There's just certain design features I don't really love, but I think I'll get over it. I just gotta figure out a cool way to paint it. Maybe add some detail. I feel like there's some large areas that could use panel lines or something. I'd cut soda, but I'm addicted. Learn to get creative with cooking. You'll eat better and save a lot of money. Cooking definitely helps. My folks have seen my change and they refuse to stop downing 2 liters of diet soda every day. Yeah, that's always funny when you use diet soda as a replacement, but you drink enough of it to equal out to a decent amount of regular soda. Pepper is my vice, but I only drink one 16-ounce bottle a day, which is less than when I was in high school and college. Last one, you could just try to gradually decrease it instead of cutting it all together. I don't know how much you drink in a given day, but you could, try to go one less or whatever. Music's going to be saying out watermelon sugar high. So it's probably not really any better for you. It lacks sugar, but the non-sugar sweeteners must fit your metabolism and pancreas make you produce insulin when you don't need it. Yeah, those sugar substitutes can be weird. And probably not that bad if consumed in small quantities, but if you drink a ton of it, that can be a problem. But I'm not a doctor or a scientist, so I don't know. Then at 16.9 bottles a day. Well, there you go. And just try to work your way down to one, and it'll become easier, I think, as you go. So much seltzer water now. We're thinking of getting a soda stream to just make it ourselves. I've heard people like those, but I just love cold drinks. So a 40-ounce water jug from Walmart, nice after wherever I go, and it's helped me a ton. Cool. Was it 4-day not so long ago? Nice. So you're making progress. I'll stop lecturing you then. You know what you're doing. Hashtag not medical advice. Right, exactly. Yeah, I have not talked to my attorney about giving medical advice on a live stream. Oh, I could just take a caffeine pill every morning. That works too. I was basically caffeine free for ages. I'd have the occasional soda or something, or tea or whatever, but I'm definitely getting addicted to caffeine right now. You know, I have a weakness for lemonade. My wife buys a bottle of lemonade. I'll drink the whole thing in one day. I drive part-time Domino's for over a year. The amount of people would not only order 6 days a week, but multiple times a day gross me out. Yeah, I can't imagine. I feel like if I had pizza, like, you know, a few times in a week, I'd start getting sick of it. Nick Saber Beer Club looks. I should private label some sort of health supplement for improving your building skills. Probably answered the one many times, but force apologies, but I'm sort of new here. How does winning a ding and dent kit work? So we do it on the Discord. You enter on the clearance and sales channel when something goes up with by using the react button. If you get drawn, you've won. Your name will get called, and then you DM the bot, the MW support, and say which items you've won and your email address, or you can give an order number for an order you just placed that it could be added to, and we take care of it from there. Buddy who eats Domino's at least 5 days a week, that's rough. It's bad for your blood pressure. Okay, so we're gonna do a special draw here. We're gonna do a Mecha Warehouse patch. I'll let the winner decide, blue or tan. Care for this around me, cut out my caffeine, I'm a miserable bastard. So since our follow-up question was going to be, what's the best fast food experience you ever had? So question is, best fast food experience you've ever had, and let's do a number between 1 and 150. 1 to 150, best fast food experience you've ever had. One number per person. Do not delete or change your number. You need to answer the question and the number in the same post. And we'll draw it in a little bit. Mueller shipped US addresses. I don't think I said that one yet. Zuda kit earlier today. Good assembly, but built it to save the shoulder connections being smooth pegs. Tire arms fall off trying to pose. Rough. You just pay less than retain. You don't win them. True. True. Alright, for closing, give you a whole bag full of fries. Good fast food experiences exist. First time, probably got my order right. A4 and an E12. I think my best fast food experience, although I guess it's not really fast food. I was going to say the Waffle House experience when I went down, but it's technically not fast food. My local Taco Bell, they would throw in some cookies, free cookies sometimes. I think because they knew me. There was one guy that would do it for me. It was pretty cool. And it's not like I had to, it was because I waited extra long or anything. So that was a cool experience. Waffle House is fine dining. All I know is the customer service experience when I went to Waffle House was amazing. It was only one time, so could be a fluke, but I was gonna be where to go, so it's kind of like dinner style fast food. Okay, well I guess I got two stories then, because that was just good experience, customer service. They're really fast. It's like they knew we were in a rush without us saying, "Hey, we're in a rush," and acting like we're in a rush. This is funny because the waitresses will say "darling," but they are really meaning a curse word. That's funny. I had a seizure in a Waffle House once when I was 4. I don't think that counts as a good experience. But I guess it went okay because you're still here. Yeah, Waffle House went out at 3 a.m. It's a blessing. The funny thing is, when we were down there for that trip, we could have eaten like at 4 in the morning because that's basically when we got in. Customer service is great, but the customers are sure more interesting. But not as much at like 8 or 9 in the morning as it is at 3, I imagine. You see one of those Mercury kits when they come out? The gun with the sniper looks so sweet. Plus 3M sounds. These Denny's and Frank could rather go home and eat it still frozen in a little hot pocket. That's harsh. What was the question? The question was, what was your best or a good fast food experience? We'll call time here in just a sec. Okay. Calling time. Okay, here we go. We're drawing a number 30. 30 on the dot. Just to check, let me know if you have any winners. And I will confirm. 48, absolute best was McDonald's quarter pounder post breakup. It hit. Your diners used to be the greatest thing at 3 a.m. Teenagers and 20-year-olds not old enough to go to bars, sitting, drinking coffee, and chain smoking all night while drunks and night creatures rolled in. Okay, A9 and G17. What was the number? Number was 30 this time. No 30? Okay, we will draw again for it right at the end of the stream. No. Okay. Anybody have any good plans tomorrow for Father's Day? I think we're basically staying in, go to train in the morning, maybe do some work on the Dom R35 and maybe some other stuff at home, building and stuff. There you go. Gardening, painting, no kids. I'm going to drink a beer for my dad tomorrow. Drive 6 hours Tucson, calling pops, not dead people. If I really don't want to do anything, probably going to go fishing for a bit. That's cool. I haven't been fishing in so long. Parents' house, birthday's on Wednesday, so we're going to do Father's Day birthday get together. Nice. First year in a long time where I've been going fishing. It's great. No one really eats the fish but me, but I love fish, so it's a win-win situation. There you go. Joke that to my son. I go play mini golf and get ice cream. Nice. Ice cream sounds good. Is also 22 weeks pregnant at the moment, so I don't want her to go to anything special. Congrats, if you've mentioned that before. Idea when Mecha Warehouse is getting the MG Strike Freedom pre-orders. I'm not sure. We haven't received the order form it's on yet, so I don't even know. I think it's a November production, so we'll probably get the order form soon. I celebrated at Shake Shack for the first time ever and got reunited with my favorite candy company, Rocky Mountain Candy Company, for an apple pie. Nice. Fortunately, this is my first Father's Day without my oldest, since he is in the military now. Yeah, I haven't thought about that from that perspective. My kids are still young, but that's kind of a bummer. Assuming that your son is deployed or something, or at least on station somewhere. I suppose there's not a better way to do it, but the mold lines on these weird skirt pieces are a pain. What is he building? We're working on a HG Silver Bullet tonight. Giveaway is over. We gave away the full armor already, but we're giving away a patch, or at least trying to. Got one more draw for that. Looks like we're basically going to get the legs on this thing, and the backpack, skirt, weapons, and that stuff will have to be next week. Probably how this is going to play out here, since we're approaching the end. Just notice this as I watch a stream. There's a YouTube short being recommended me of Nick's tips. Nice. Cool. Someone had asked for us to put those up, I think, and cut them from the weekly update in that kind of format, so we did. Yeah, I feel like these skirts are going to be really a pain in the ass. I'm going to paint them. Where am I sending that email to again? support@mechawarehouse.com. I'm gonna prime them, and then I'm gonna see where I missed. It's gonna be a pain in the ass. I'm gonna resand it, and clean it up, and reprime it, and it's gonna show up again. And I'm gonna take a third crack at it, and then maybe, just maybe, I get it right. That's my prediction. The silver bullet from? I'm not familiar with it. I think it's a MSV variations kit. It's a variations kit. I don't think it's from a particular anime. Like, I think there's a version of it in Unicorn, but I'm pretty sure this is mobile suit variations on the thing here. It's like a Unicorn variation kit or something. You prime, move, and see if there's damage. When you're painting, how do you determine what parts need to be sanded down to prevent paint from stripping when joints move? So I haven't been super careful about that. I probably should try to do better about sanding in joints and stuff like that. I really haven't done that much in that regard so far. I suspect a good way of doing it is to just, like you said, you could prime and move it and see what happens and see where things go, especially if you try it while the primer is not cured yet. Like in the case of acrylics, like I use, that initial uncured will come off real easy and show you if there's any rubbing points. Or you could just guess where it might be an issue. Gotta figure out what this last question should be. Go with the Gundam face or the Gym face? The Gym face of the visor rather than the eyes. I don't know if it's. There we go. collection should be keeping up with the fast food theme. What was your perfect fast food meal if you could mix and match from different places? Usually I see people do the Gundam one. Oh, interesting. Pretty sure I put it up to a vote, and the more people seem to be interested in this face. And I didn't disagree. But both in case I ever feel like changing the face. Makes sense. All right. These skirts are weird. I think that's one of the things I dislike the most about this kit. Or the thing I dislike about it is this skirt. It's definitely got long legs too, but that's okay. Big legs on this kit, short torso. Got these cheese sticks, Mexican pizza, Outback Aussie shrooms, and spicy garlic wings is a good snack. Only bend so far. I think the leg articulation could be better. The forearms too, and there's lots of stickers on this one for color correction. I think there's a lot of spots that could use color correction. All right, let's do that. Let's do that last draw. We can put that up. Maybe I snap the rifle real quick or something while the draw's going on. So let's see. It's pretty cool. It'd be nice to paint. Yeah, I plan on painting it. It'll probably go in the painting queue. Seems like another for a high grade or relatively large high grade. I feel like it stands almost as tall. I got the heavy arms over here, and they're both about the same height. That's a pretty large high grade if it's matching up with a Wing Master grade. You know, why don't I pick up for my bash and see if I find one I'd like legs on better. When did they produce the kit? It's HGUC 170. Let's see if there's a date on here. I think I got stuff in the box still, so I don't want to flip it over. 2014 is the copyright on it. Came around, I think this year was when the most recent reprint was. That's how I came into having one. Okay, what was my final question here? Ideal fast food order was Artie's idea. I think I want to go with something else though. intelligence usually larger. Yeah, late UC is definitely larger. This one's a tall one, which is kind of cool. I just had this idea too for a question. It was a good one. Got a suggestion. Which is better, legs, Dom, or Gelgoog? And there are the Hathaway suits. Yeah, those are there's some chunky ones there too. Okay, here's a fun one. So let's put a number in the chat from 1 to 75. 1 to 75, and you're going to answer the question. If you had to have only a single tool for your Gunpla building, what would that tool be? Only get one. Not what's your favorite, but what is the one tool if you can only have one tool? Number from 1 to 75. One number per person. Do not delete or change your number. Remember, you need to put the answer to the question and the number in the same post. And yeah, we'll draw in a minute. We're drawing for a Mecha Warehouse patch. Okay, E, 3, 4, and 5. I'll get this rifle. I'll get this rifle real quick. Exacto airbrush. I feel like it's got to be like a nipper or a knife or something. If you could only have one tool, like an airbrush is great, but how do you get the parts off the runner? Teeth. I think I'd go with like an Exacto or something, because you can basically do all your sanding, all your nub removal could be, all that stuff could be replaced with the Exacto. Good hobby knife, especially if you're allowed different types of blades. I picture this question, I should have phrased it as, you're stuck on a desert island with any kits you want, but you can only bring one tool with you. Sanding sponges are consumables, not tools, right? I don't know. Are they? Oh. My life just flashed before my eyes right there. Don't eat sanding sponges. I get it. Yeah, not consumable in that sense. I think about it, I think the hobby knife would be the most underrated tool. We all use nippers, but the hobby knife is a game changer in build skills. Do you nearly dropped an Exacto yourself? I almost dropped my god hands on the floor. Surgical technologist who works in an OR. Yes, they'd be consumables, nippers, tweezers, and knives are instruments. I think the question's more interesting if you treat the sanding sponges as a tool, though. I know that terror. Guardians felt threatened, so they had to remind you how important they are. So they build exoplease from armored core, so many little parts, put a little hot sauce on it, and anything becomes consumable. I'll have to take your word for it, Artie. Trim nubs on this to get it back apart. Mayonnaise is the most crucial tool. Crap, I did. I managed to finish masking these two damn parts before the stream ended. I'll throw a photo work in progress channel, you'll see. Something. Is this the exact same rifle as the one from... No, it's a little different. You'd think they'd use the exact same mold, but they didn't. Maybe it's supposed to be a different rifle. Oh, there must be a trigger finger holding hand or something. Yeah, there is. Okay. That's why that won't fit in there. Let's fit around the handle. Of course not. Can't use the carry handle to actually carry anything. Okay. Well, the rifle's done at least. Alright, I'm gonna call time on that draw. Let's draw make our last attempt here. 1 to 75. Seems like her way to close the stream out. Absolutely. Okay, 1 to 75, number 15. Oh, looks like it is Kilo Delta. I don't see any other 15s. So congratulations, Kilo Delta. You can email support@mechawarehouse.com and make sure you mention which color patch we get, the blue and the subdued. And we can send that out this week as well. So thank you all for watching. Thank you for hanging out. We'll be back with this kit next week, hopefully finishing that backpack. And I don't know, maybe starting something else as well, to see how the timing works out. But see you next week, same time, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Hopefully giving away something good, doing some more building and having a good time all around. So thanks all, happy Father's Day, and see you all next week. Good night.